We're back at it with another episode of Comedians in Bars Getting Sloppy. Tonight we've got Charleston, South Carolina's own stand-up comedian Jayson Lee Rose. Jayson brings that raw, unfiltered energy that keeps audiences howling. We'll be chopping it up about the trials and tribulations of performing locally while his date sat patiently waiting for us to wrap up. Let's get into it. Here's your host, Cassie Brown.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Comedians in Bars Getting Sloppy. We are in Somerville, South Carolina at the Ice House. Welcome, Jayson Lee Rose. How are you today?
What's up? I was wondering if you had a radio voice. You do. But yeah, you do have a good a good podcast voice.
I do appreciate that. Well, the whole point of this is we get a little sloppy, so here we go. Guys, we're going to do a little green tea. Here's looking up your address.
First drink in 8 months. Thank you.
I like to break it apart, you know? Bad choices make for the man.
It is a lot of bad choices, but I'm a good time, and I try to tell people that. I'm like, you know, I will make you laugh. You're going to question everything about what's going on. But
so do you get that a lot when you're a comedian? It's like, okay, say something fucking funny.
Dude, all the time. And here's the thing, too. Everything I say sounds sarcastic, and I'm aware of that, and I also don't like that about myself. And I was telling Allie earlier, I don't have to lie to people because I will tell them the God's honest truth, and they won't believe me anyway. And constantly, people are like, yo, I thought you were joking. And I was like, you mean lying? Why? Why do you think that all the time? It was hard enough to have a serious conversation before, but now that I am an established comedian, it's almost fucking impossible. Like, I was like, yeah, man, I just got arrested and I got out. And they're like, that's not funny. And I was like, it's not supposed to be.
No.
They're always waiting for a punchline. Like, just no.
So you say you're an established comedian. We are going to go ahead and let everybody know that Charleston City Paper runner-up should have been first, but hey.
Oh, no.
We'll work on that next year.
No. Sarah won last year. She deserved to win this year. She's been doing it a lot longer than me. But,
Sarah, you're welcome on the podcast.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Sarah Megan. But, when I first started, I said if I ever made $1 doing comedy, I've made it. Because 99% of people that do comedy never do that. Then I said if I ever produce my own show, I've made it. Then I said if I ever open up for a twin comic, I've made it. And then I just wanted to get nominated on the ballot for the city paper.
Right.
And I was like, then I've made it. And then I made runner-up. And that's within a year of me starting comedy. So
wow, so you've only really been going a year in Charleston steady, or when did you really start?
I started here. The very first time I did comedy was at an open mic that Butch was running at Ice House. Rod, my buddy Rod, who's one of my regulars, I was bartending at the Knot. I've been talking about comedy. I was like, I'll do it one day, you know, but my anxiety was always getting the best of me. And he knew that I had got cut from my shift that day. It was a Sunday, just like today. And he's over here, and he calls me, and he's like, dude, there's an open mic. I know you just got cut from work. Come over here and tell a joke into a microphone, or I never wanted to hear you talk about doing comedy to me personally ever again. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And I came over here, and I did it, and it worked out. And it's been ever since then.
So you just kind of saw stars and went, damn, that's it.
Well,
this is what I want to do.
I've always wanted to do it. Like, people think that I have all this new material. All the stories that I talk about have actually happened to me. Like, 90% of the stuff I say on stage is true. So I've been writing for a decade. I just got on stage a year ago because, like, I just fear of failure, rejection, it was holding me back. And then when I got on stage, I was like, I should have been fucking doing this years ago. And my brain either makes too much or not enough dopamine, and there's nothing like getting on stage with comedy. You know,
right.
It keeps me chasing it.
Got to get a little adrenaline kick. When you say that you've been wanting to do it for years, did you have any influences as far as, like, you know, the major comics like, you know, Belushi, Tennyson?
No, at all. Like, just I don't even know, like, comedy theory. I just tell what I think is funny on stage. Like, I don't know. I haven't studied writing. Like, I just. Sometimes I go to multiple open mics a week, and sometimes I just go on stage and I tell people what happened to me last week because my life sucks. But other people think it's funny, you know? Be like, if it was happening to someone else.
Well, misery loves company, so.
I mean, if I saw what happened to me happen to someone else, I would absolutely think it was funny. So, but that's what makes it better is making other people laugh about what's going on with me. But, yeah.
Well, working at bars, too, you probably get a little material out of that, just seeing people a little sloppy, or a little much more than that.
But, kind of, but also, they always keep hiring me as a bouncer in Charleston. I've never bounced. I was a corporate trainer, bartender and barback for a decade, and then I came down here and they're like, you have to start out being a bouncer. And I was like, why? I already know how to
that's
bartend.
wild.
And also, people don't like the shit that I say. Like, as a doorman, like, no, dude, they do not like it at all.
So we do go around to different bars around Charleston, and we interview comedians. So you say you were a bouncer. What other bars have you been at?
Shout out Burns Alley. Shout out Burns
Yes.
Alley. What's up, Jimmy? Burns Alley, I'm actually the first comedian, and I produced this show too, to put on a show there since Doug Stanhope, because they're a live music venue.
Amazing.
And Doug like when you came down here, I don't know, doing live music, they're a great music venue, but comedy just never really worked out there. But I was like, come on, the owner, Jimmy Evans, I was like, give me a shot. And he did, and I put like 120 people in there on a Sunday night. And he was like, you know what? We can do this more often. And so Burns Alley, if I'm doing a show downtown, that's my go-to spot.
Have you been to Reggie's yet? His other place?
Oh, yeah. Well, so you know Jimmy. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, we aren't fast friends yet, but we will be soon.
He's a good person to have on your side. That's it. Yeah, I've been to Reggie's, of course.
Are you doing any kind of open mics as far as like opening them for people? You host them?
So for a while, I was at Silver Dollar hosting my own open mic, but they wanted to do it weekly. So no, hosting open mics, not so much, but I love going to as many as I can. Even if you're already on stage and you're getting booked places, that doesn't mean that you should stop going to open mics and trying new material and stuff like Stan Shelby, who comes here. Stan Shelby's been touring, and he still comes here and tries out material and stuff like that. And
That's basically what a good open mic is also getting your chops going as far as hecklers.
You remember last time I was here?
Or a bad night.
Yeah, I didn't have a bad night.
But that table did.
Well, yeah, they were like, well, this happened, and we're trying to have some privacy. I was like, well, you're talking about it really loudly in the middle of a bar.
So for those who don't know, yes, there was a little bit of a tragedy that had happened, and this table of girls came, and it did not work out well in the comedy realm, and I'm sitting there going, no, wait, not that one. And Kate's going, oh my God.
Well, I mean, it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Suicide awareness is a big thing, so I don't get to celebrate this year, but we'll see about next year. You know, was it
goals. There's always goals. You were in the military.
For a very short amount of time, yeah.
What did you do in the military?
What did I do? Mop a lot of floors.
There you go.
Yeah,
What branch?
I was Army. I enlisted at 28 years old.
A little long in the tooth for that. What made you want to do that late?
Well, I was disqualified from military service right out of high school. And so maybe once a year, I would go up to the recruiter's office just like messing around and be like, hey, if you don't have any paperwork on me, I'll sign up right now. And they would always be like, hey, you can't get in just because of like prior health issues. Well, during COVID, I was actually here. I was here at Ice House.
Oh, wow.
And it was when all the bars closed at 10 p.m. So I'm drinking during the daytime. Never great. And I got an Uber up to the Harley shop, which is right up there. Harley Davidson store, and then gun store, Palmetto State Armory. Mm-hmm. And then nestled right between them is an Army recruiting office. Yeah, they know their fucking target demographic. I was
they do. We've been there.
But I was like, if you guys don't have any paperwork on me, I'll sign right now. And they ran my fingerprints. And like, we don't have anything. And once again, my mom didn't raise a liar. So I was like, all right, here we go. But yeah, I was in, and I developed really bad health issues, and they sent me home. I was medically separated.
Oh, shit.
So basically, my Army career felt sort of like going to jail. Like, that's it.
I've heard that with other people as well, but thank you for your services as much as you did, though.
I'm not a veteran. I was in the Army, is how I say that.
I understand. So you have anxiety like the rest of America. How do you deal with that when you're going on stage?
Oh, man. Once you get on stage, the show must go on. But anybody who's seen me perform, like close friends, on the way to the show, I'm shaking. I'm nervous and pacing. But then as soon as I get on stage, it's a flip. And then I'll throw up after I get off stage sometimes. Just I'll be like, I'm going to bomb, and then I knock it out the park, and I'm just like, bah! And they're like, why are you anxious now? I'm like, because I was holding back the whole time.
No, the adrenaline gets pumping, and then you're like, no, I got to go.
There's nothing like a bunch of people, especially performing in your hometown. Like, you know, if I'm out in a different city, whatever. But if it's a local show and a bunch of people that I've invited show up, I'm like, well, if I bomb, all of you are going to tell me about it, like a lot, like for the next extended amount of time.
Your
like,
Friendsgiving is going to be
like
very interesting.
I see you guys every day. If I'm in a different city, I'm like, fuck it, can't come back here ever again. But like here, I'm like, damn, no, I can't go to this Walmart anymore. Like,
so that's usually a little bit harder though when you are performing in front of people that you know. Or do you prefer to have somebody in audience that
I prefer
as a support.
I love having one or two front because that means I contributed to whatever club I'm at. Like some shows that I produced, I've booked people, and I've always paid people on my shows.
Right.
And that's something that isn't really common around here. And they show up, and they're the only person that they brought. And I'm like, okay, well, this is a local show. You're local. You know people here. I'm paying you. And if I didn't bring the crowd too, you would just be standing up there getting paid to perform comedy for me, to me. Like, yeah, if you don't help me promote, you don't advertise. But, yeah, I love it when I invite my friends and they show up.
Do you have a good community around here as far as comedians? You guys
Oh, they don't like
all
me.
support? Nope.
They don't like me, no.
What did you do?
What did I do? I don't know. I do not know. I've booked a lot of different people around here, but then they'll book a show. Yeah, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. But people want to give me unsolicited advice, and they're like, you should try doing this. And I'm like, oh, wait, excuse me. Raise your hand if you've paid me to be on one of your showcases. Oh, okay. Now let's raise our hands if I've paid you to be on one of mine. That's what I thought. There's not a lot of reciprocation. Just a lot of advice. Be like, hey, man, you shouldn't do it that way. And I'm like, well, hey, man, why don't you take your advice and do what you're telling me to do and see if you make it in the city paper or not.
Right.
It's just damned if I do, damned if I don't. And I don't know. I've put in tapes to get booked from people around here, and they don't like me.
That happens with a lot of comedians, though, just starting out. They're not going to be liked by everybody. I mean...
Oh, that's fair.
Look at Andy Kaufman. It was like, what the fuck are you doing right now? And then it turned into something that was legend.
Oh, no, I'm opening up for nationally touring comics now. I just opened up for Lil Mel Mozzarella, Greenville Comedy Zone, Jimmy Kimry, I've booked a few times, Big Ben Kennedy, R.J. Jurgensen from Good Nights in Raleigh.
Nice.
He came down here to do one of my showcases at Burns Alley. And he did it for free just so he could rehearse before his set at Hollywood Improv the next week. So I mean, if you don't want to be on my team and you don't want me to be a part of your team and work with me, I'm not going to stop doing what I have a passion for. And if you don't want me to be a part of your what organization or whatever you have going on, I'm going to go do it myself, which is kind of how I ended up booking and producing shows because I had no other choice.
Is that something you like to do, like book other comics, like try to get them started as well, or? Oh,
no, if it's a showcase, no, I don't really do. When I did my first couple showcases here, I booked people that I thought were overlooked, overshot, and I've seen them perform. I thought they were funny, and I gave them a chance, and they knocked it out the park. But as of now, I'm booking people much better than me, and I don't headline for them. I'll either open up and then feature. But no. If I'm getting paid to produce a show now, like it's not an amateur show. Shout out to Lo-Fi Brewing, July 15th. I have Dr. Anna Lepoli coming in.
Nice.
I'm featuring for her. Yeah, and she's a nationally touring comic as well. I'm really looking forward to that show.
Well, that's got to be some sort of.
Oh,
I already hit my mic. I mean,
dang
green
it.
cheese kicking in.
I shorted it out.
I think we're good. Are you still on? We can edit all this out.
No.
Everybody sounds good.
I can't hear me. There it is. We're good.
You got it.
Perfect.
All right.
You got to be gentle with it. You got to finagle it a little bit.
It's like a nice woman. Be gentle. You can be rough later, but not
I
right
don't
now.
know what that means. But yeah, we don't have to keep it in the part about all the other comics and stuff too. I was just letting you know that. But no, Kate Rose Cobb.
Yeah.
Great.
We're going to have Kate Rose Cobb next week.
Oh, I know. I was
very
texting her
excited
the other
about her. I love a good female comic as well. It's a little bit, I feel, harder for them. But I mean, do you actually see that as well with more hecklers with female comics?
No, the opposite.
That's fantastic.
The opposite. And Kate actually is funny. Also, Amy Cuisan, I've booked her a few times on my showcases. Me and her actually rode together from here to Florence for a show that I put together at a rowdy dive bar. And she did very well. Actually, it was my show that I put together, and I'm the only one that the people there did not fucking like. Like, they heckled me the whole time. A fight broke out during my set. And I was like, you guys know I'll see y'all later, right? These people won't, but I will. But Amy would be a great person to have on as well.
So when you say kind of a raging dive bar, is that more what you prefer, or do you like doing more like we are right now in a dive bar, basically?
Well, there's only one comedy club. There's one comedy club in Charleston, and I go where pays me.
Yeah.
Like that's...
So
I'm not going to wait on a line for years before I get a chance to perform whenever other places will pay me right now.
A lot of the biggest thing that I want to do with this podcast is bringing more of a voice to comedians around Charleston, because we have such a big art scene and a theater scene, but we also have funny fuckers around here that are not getting their comeuppance.
Well, then that's my input on that. The only comedy club that is here, don't focus on the people that are there, because those are the people that kept refusing to book me. And that's why I started producing my own shows. That's why I booked and paid them to be on stage too.
Right.
But yeah, if people that are already on stage at the single comedy club, why do they need to be promoted? They got it. But that's sort of how I think I made it into the city papers, because I brought comedy to places where there was no comedy.
And that's a great thing, because we did have a few around here, but I think a lot of COVID hurt a little bit.
What, we had comedy clubs?
We had a few that were a little bit more doing things, like R.I.P. Sparrow. They did have
well, those are the same people.
Bit.
The Sparrow people are the Wits End people now.
Oh, did not know that. Education time.
Oh,
Here we go. But we do only have that one.
Anybody that I have like an ill opinion of, you don't have to leave that in there. No,
well,
what are they going to do? Not book me? Like this fucking
yeah. No,
Way
this is
ahead of
all how we do this. We're going to just spill the shit. So have you ever had a heckler that you're just like, oh, fuck it?
There have been times when I'm on stage, I'll deal with it. But if it's a show that I'm putting on, like I produced, I'll walk up to them while someone else is on stage. Because one, it's my production. Two, you're disrespecting not me, but them. And also, if I don't do anything about it, that tells other performers how I feel about them being on stage. You know? But at open mics, if I'm not being paid to be there, I'm like, dude, fuck it. I'm not being paid to be here. Like, I'll walk off right now. Go tell me how funny I am outside. Like, you know? Like,
right.
Like, you forget, like, I have a bar tab open too, dude. Like, this isn't some place where I showed up and I'm leaving. Like, I'll see you as soon as I walk off this stage. Like, as soon as somebody gets on stage, people develop this sort of superhuman confidence where they're like, oh, that's a comedian. They're not going to do anything. I was like, yeah, dude, as soon as I walk from behind this mic, I'm Jayson again. Like, you know, like.
Yeah.
Also, I know where you work. You don't even know my real name.
Local. We know you. You've been outside of this state, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Different ones. What's the best one that you've been to?
For what? Doing a show?
Doing a show.
Well, let's see. Actually, the only I've been to Greenville Comedy Zone, which is the big one, Comedy Cabana in Myrtle Beach, which is really cool. Out of state, the only show that I did was actually with Dr. Anna Lepoli, and that was at a dive bar, but it was a gay bar. And it was.
I need all the tea on that.
So this is fantastic. It's my dad's first. Shout out, Dr. Anna. My dad's first time watching me do comedy. He asked me if he wanted me to ride with him to Mobile, Alabama. And I was like, Dad, no, you don't got to do that. Like, I don't even know if I'm getting a hotel room. I might drive down there and drive right back. I didn't realize it was 12 hours away.
Yeah. That's ambitious.
My dad goes, well, hey, I'll get a hotel room. I was like, no, I wouldn't expect you to do that. And he goes, well, I'm coming. And I was like, oh. I did not tell him that it was at a gay bar until 8 hours into the drive. And I was like, Dad, it's at... You promised to be cool. He was like, I'm cool. I was like, no, you're fucking not. It's at a gay...
And there's no escape now.
Yeah, he's like, no. And I was like, don't say anything about Charlie Kirk or fucking any of your Fox News bullshit. And
you took your conservative dad to a
dude,
gay
both
bar.
my parents.
That's fantastic.
No. Well, my sister was part of one of the first couples in South Carolina to sign the gay marriage license in 2015.
Right.
She's on the front page of the Washington Post.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my dad's the cool one. My mom is the churchgoer, which she doesn't hate gay people. She just is not a hypocrite. She practices what she preaches, which is why I can't be fucking mad at her. That's the shitty part.
Yeah.
If she was a hypocrite, I'd be like, that's bullshit. But no, she abides by. I mean, she doesn't like. She's New Testament Christian. She doesn't like believe in stoning people. And like women can wear pants, you know, like stuff.
We're not all girdles and skirts.
No, dude. Like I grew up Christian, but also not like the praise and worship with snakes Christian. It was a very moderate amount of indoctrination that
I had to have done a little bit for your comedy, but I've got to hear more about how he did at the
dude phenomenal.
The bar.
He filmed the set. I knocked it out the park. It's probably it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. The Alabama opening set for Jayson Rose comedy on YouTube, and
we'll go ahead and put a clip in here as well for that.
We're
gonna have to.
But one of my favorite jokes, and it's a little bit of shock value, but at the same time it also is true. I opened up there with how I used to bounce at a gay bar. I used to bounce at Dudley's here in Charleston.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Famous one.
absolutely true. Yeah, happy month. But yeah, I talk about how it didn't really transfer to like other job interviews. Like if I go somewhere else, they're like, so what are your previous responsibilities at your former job? And I'm like, I used to get paid to physically assault homosexuals. And I opened with that, and they're like, oh, shit. And I was like, you guys are cool. Yeah, that's what's up. But no, it was great. It was kind of weird, too, because, like, in Charleston, it's very small. Like, it's very LGBT-friendly. It is. But everybody knows everybody. Very small city. Mm-hmm. And it's not like there's a big influx in and out. Mobile is a bigger city, and, like, some of the transitioning people there were convincing, and that was my issue because I was drinking pretty heavily when I got there. This girl sits down next to me, and I was like, she's kind of tall, huh? You know, but very cute. Very cute. The voice was a little bit of the giveaway, but at the same time, I didn't want to, like, that's personal, be like, so you got a dick? Or like, no. But she was flirting with me.
Let's just lay the cards on the table.
Dude, like very pretty eyes, and she was flirting with me. And when I was going to leave, she was like, you want a kiss? And I was like, kind of. But I was like, my dad's here. Like that. But I was like, Dad, we got to get out of here. And he's like, what? And I was like, dude, I can't tell the guys from the girls, and they're going to try to suck my dick, and I'm going to let them. We got to get out of here. We got to go. But no, it was a great set. It was the gay and not so gay comedy show, and I was like, this is right up my alley. Yeah, let's fucking.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
But yeah, that's who's coming to headline for me on July 15th at Lo-Fi Brewing. Dr. Lepley.
No, we've got great breweries around here. Have you done a lot more with the breweries around here?
Breweries around here, no. Burns Alley is one of my go-tos. Medici's, Rest in Peace, was one of my big go-tos.
Yeah, that was a great spot, too.
What, you know Medici's?
Mm-hmm.
That was my showcase.
I remember that place.
Yeah. When it was Gennaro's or as Medici's?
Both.
Yeah.
I've been here all my life.
Dude, yeah, the owners, those are my fraternity brothers. I'm a Freemason. Yeah, Will and Rest in Peace. And then Ross and Brother Burger. But yeah, that comedy show twice a month on Wednesdays, that was my show. I'm the one that was producing that.
So you're a Freemason?
Yeah.
Well, how long?
November of 2019.
Tell us all the secrets right now.
The big secret is that there is no secret. And also, you're a woman, so you can do it even if you wanted to.
No.
I mean, chicks get upset about that. I'm like, go start your own 2,000-year-old fraternity. I don't fucking know. But, yeah, to be one, ask one. That's it. I love it when people are like, you just aren't high enough ranking. I'm like, oh, excuse me? What rank are you? Dick? Like, you know? And then
they're gatekeeping your Freemasons.
It's an application. You sign up. Like, I'm first generation Freemason. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Well, not anybody. There are requirements. But, yeah, you sign up, you apply, and then you go through an interview process. And that's it. And, like, dude, I don't know the secrets to the universe. I've never met Nicolas Cage. I'm probably, like, more poor now than before I became a Mason. So, you know.
But we do want to meet Nicolas Cage. That is
I don't know. He
full of crazy that I am ready to dive into.
Okay, cool. As long as we're on the same page.
Oh, no.
He is almost Mel Gibson. He might have surpassed Mel Gibson.
Oh, he's out there. No. He's if Kanye and fucking Mel Gibson had a baby, we now have Nick Cage.
That's the Antichrist.
Very well.
That's the Antichrist.
I think it is as well. But he's doing very well with this Spider Noir, I hear. It's amazing. But yeah, it is Kanye and Mel Gibson having a baby.
Do you think Kanye West is the Alex Jones of black people?
Oh, there is a lot to unpack with him, but yeah, I'm going with that.
I don't think
really
he was like, the Jews control the media, and then like fucking everything came out, and they're like, well, the majority of people that own the media on both sides are Jewish, and Kanye was like, I'm in way over my head. I'm in way, like I had no. I
miss the old days of.
I thought you were gonna say I miss the old Kanye. I was like, nice,
dude. But I miss the old days of like early 2000s when we had the crazies of the celebrities. Like you'd flip on ETV and it's like Britney's now beat the shit out of a van with a umbrella. I'm like, God damn, that was good times.
I mean, it would have been kind of cool to see the people that they hid their freakouts, like Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got Amanda Bynes, and then
Well, no,
mental
that's
health
fucked
thing's
up.
a whole different thing. But there was a time where she was just like the wig and the makeup. I'm like,
yeah, but then
where are we going with this? Are you okay?
The Dan
Not
Schneider
okay.
thing came out.
Yeah, that was
That's-
an interesting documentary.
I was like,
that
I
was a
forgive
fucked
Amanda
up
Bynes for
documentary.
everything. Dude, Dan Schneider made Jared from Subway look like a schoolgirl. Like,
Oh,
are
yeah.
you fucking kidding me?
You got nothing on him.
I did a Dan Schneider bit a while back, and it didn't go over very well. I think it's pretty clever, though. But Osama bin Laden is the funny thing. It's going somewhere. Whenever they found Osama bin Laden's hard drive after they killed him, right? It had a bunch of, like, weird shit on it, but not, like, terrorist weird. It was, like, Nickelodeon weird.
Oh shit!
Like a bunch of like iCarly and Dan Schneider. Osama bin Laden brought this country to its knees, but Dan Schneider brought a generation to its feet. And people were like, oh. I'm like, did you watch the documentary?
I know, right? God.
My parents didn't let me watch Captain Planet because they said it was liberal propaganda, but little girls sticking their feet in Jell-O, they're like, this is fun.
Oh, that's fine. No,
I'm
you're
like,
good.
did you guys not
Because
have
it's
porn in the
Nickelodeon.
90s?
Because it's Nickelodeon.
Dude, their logo for like 5 years was literally just a foot.
Yeah.
Like it was.
You look at stuff like that also as
Well,
far
don't
as like
look
your
at
joke.
it.
Oh no, I'm not looking at that one. That is not on my Pornhub. But do you
See-
kind of see where comedy has changed so much with the more of a PC? We could say a little bit more now.
Yeah, shout out to Shane Gillis. He says, retard, we're so back, baby. But no, I don't use any sort of slurs or anything like that. When I first started doing comedy, open mics and stuff, I have a joke about calling, and it uses the word retarded, whatever, and it's a comedy show, first of all.
Right.
And people they're comedians here, and they're like, you can't say stuff like that. And I was like, why not? I was like, name 5 retarded people you're friends with right now. Now, how come nobody's ever like, hey, I'm retarded? Like, that's never like the complaint.
I'm Spartacus.
But then that same comic who told me I shouldn't say stuff like that got on stage and has a joke, which personally I don't think it's very well written to begin with. It's kind of lazy, but they dropped the F-bomb. It's Pride Month. I'm not going to say it. But yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
And they're a straight guy. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm not allowed to say retarded.
But you can say that.
You can say that. Also, I know way...
You can say a British cigarette.
Yeah, I know way more gay people than I know people with Down syndrome, and like some of them are here right now. That's a complete double standard, and I don't know. Some of my favorite comedians have risky material, and they came to town. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, they're like, I like them," and I was like, "Dude, I've been listening to them for a year. Like they're like, I actually am a fan." But whenever I do material similar to stuff he does, you hate it, but when he does it, you like it, and. Is it because they're famous? Because they weren't famous at one point, right? Like
right.
I don't know, but that's how I keep getting booked other places out of state. Like I'm keeping my eye on the big picture.
Do you see that as a difference as far as comedy here and other states? Is there a more
yes.
PC in one area versus?
Yeah, well, South Carolina as a whole, it's kind of venue to venue,
Right.
Like you were talking about the clip with the horse, the black horse. Did you see that one? I wrote this joke. I debuted it here. You were here for the debut of it. But yeah, I was like, the police shot a horse that was running loose through downtown, but that's not because it was dangerous. It's because it was unarmed and it was black and it was running away. Yeah. And everybody was like, oh. And I was like, what? You're mad at me for making a joke about a horse, but not mad at police for shooting minorities? Oh, yeah. She's pretty hot, right?
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Oh, yeah. Can I address that really quick? I want to tell you the story behind that.
Oh, absolutely.
So, shout out. I know you guys can't see her right now, but there's a very pretty, nice lady right over here on my left. And
We're going to bring her over real quick. Don't worry, we'll edit all that out.
No, come here. Come here. So, everybody, this is Allie. Get down the... She's a girl. And I had agreed to do this podcast about a month ago, and like I was not missing this. If I say I'm doing something, just like I fucking joined the army, like I'm gonna be there. And we lost contact, and she was like, yeah, I'll go out with you. Are you free Sunday? And I said yes, because I forgot about the podcast. And immediately I was like, no, I'm not. But yeah, I was like, you can come with me if you want. So yeah, there's a first date, and I was like, you want to come to a podcast where they interview me about being a comedian? And she said yes, and I was like, this day keeps getting better and better because I did think she was catfishing me too. But yeah, I was like, first date to a podcast. Like, the shit writes its fucking self, dude. And after this, we're doing karaoke. She's also in the Air Force and doing pretty good.
And thank you for your service as well.
Well, are you gay? Even a little bit? Are you gay? Even a little bit? Oh, no, don't say service right now. No, you have Veterans Day. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's not your month.
No, we've got that designated for someone else. Yeah, sorry.
No.
I'll get you later.
Yeah, come back on like blonde hot chick month or something. Cis white women. That's
what is dating like in Charleston?
Gay. Not for me, but you know, it looks like it'd be a lot more fun if I was.
Well, you had the inn at Dudley's. I mean,
oh my god, dude, the compliments were out of this world. Like, also, if I was gay, everybody would know it. I'm a top. I would be slamming ass all over this city. Like, that's why they're all single. They're all bottoms, and I wish they never would have told me that information, but they did. But no, what's dating like? I don't know. It's kind of the point where it's not that I can't meet women. That's easy. Hanging on to them is the hard part because eventually they learn that this is my actual personality and the novelty wears off.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that they won't have secret relationships with me, but then avoid me in public when I see them out, which is kind of even more hurtful. Like, you know, if you get cool guyed, because I mean, like, dude, I know what I look like. I wouldn't be able to get away with half of the bullshit I say if I didn't look like this. And I think I'm a 6 on a good day. But, yeah, just meeting up with a nice lady and then seeing her out somewhere and being like, hey, what's up? Do I know you? I'm like,
oh, that's just...
yeah.
That's fucked.
Do I know you? Well, now I'm going to rob your house because I know where you live.
I saw where you hid the key underneath the little ceramic duck.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
I mean, I don't know. You're pretty, but I don't know who told you you're pretty enough to talk to me like that. What the fuck? Like, that's crazy.
You ever had any dating horror stories? Or somebody that was like a stage 5 clinger?
Stage 5 clinger? No, not some. Okay, the rowdiest dating story most recently, because I was in a relationship up until Christmas. That's so it's been enough time to move on, I think. I just haven't tried to, because every time I go outside my comfort zone, someone ends up hurting my feelings. So I've been steering clear of that. But I met a chick on some dating app. This is a couple years back. And it was at Burns Alley where we met up, actually. And she was in visitations, which is like if you're doing a residency for an MD, but for eye doctors, which is like a doctor, but not really.
We'll give them the doctors.
Yeah, visitations. And when we get back to our house, we're sitting in her living room, we're watching movies, and we ended up just, I don't know, like second, like, you know, under the bra boob touch, you know, nothing crazy. But then she disappears to her bedroom for like 10 minutes, and she comes back out with her phone, and she goes, is there anything you need to tell me? And I said, no, at all. And she turns her phone around, and she goes, you're going to try to tell me that this isn't you? No. When she turned her phone around, there was an article for someone named Jayson Lee. At that point in time, I was using my middle name as my last name on Facebook. Right. But he still spelled his first name the same as me, Jaysonlee. And he, like, literally. And that's a wild coincidence. I was like, first off, that's not my name. Like, Lee is my middle name. Second of all, that dude's fat. Like, the picture didn't even look like me. Third of all, isn't this the kind of thing you should Google before I'm in your fucking house? Like, if I was the head stabbing guy, you saying shit like that might put me in a head stabbing kind of mood. You know?
I've got a boob touch. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Research, ladies.
If you look that up,
Research.
Jayson Lee stabbed some dude in the head on Dorchester Road. Also, he was older than me. He was ginger. Looked nothing like me. And I think that was the worst part. She was looking at me, looking at this picture, and going, yep, same guy. Like, that's what upset me.
Your Scrabble games with her would probably have not been all that great. It's like a lot of 3-letter words, more than likely.
I'm just glad I have good vision, dude, because if she's a fucking eye doctor, that's...
And you just show up, and she's just like, we're dilating those eyes today, bitch.
Hey, have you ever stabbed anybody in the head?
So what are you heading to next? Get that drink in.
In terms of what? Hell, if I don't change my way. Hey, Peter Nickel, everybody. No, don't do that. I still raid this place.
So what do you got? As far as like goals, what are you looking to do next? Like, do you have a venue that you really want to, like, that's the sky right there?
No.
Like comedy club and...
Nope. It's not so much about comedy club.
Comedy stores.
I would like to... So, going on a tour, I don't care if it's from dive bar to dive bar. I'd actually love that. If I make enough money to make it to my next stop, that's cool. I want to do that once. But playing a packed out arena, whatever. No. But I would like to be able to do this and it be the only thing that I have to focus on. Because that's how I was able to progress in a year. I quit my full-time job, and I was going to 6, 7, 8 open mics a week, sometimes 3 a night, riding every day. And I was driving to these places, and I get a VA disability check. If I didn't get that, I would have starved to death. But there were some times where if I did not win an open mic that had a cash prize, I did not get to eat that night. So that's a little bit of goddamn motivation. But as of right now, shout out to Jared Caleb Talent Management. I'm booked for a show in Boston on September 11th for first responders.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge show.
When you go towards like Boston, are you looking at other venues that are along the way? So do you like kind of a drive and stop? Or are you just going to go head to Boston? And
I'm not that... right now... No. He's paying for the fucking flight. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm going there and I'm coming back. I don't know anything about big cities and people don't like me. Yeah, I'm not staying there too long. But no, that's how Anna's coming into town. I'm still new at this in the grand scheme of things. I put a lot of work in, but as far as just a lot of experience, I don't know how to get there yet. And that's why I reach out to people that are more experienced, more knowledgeable than me. But she is headlining Fayetteville on the 16th. So that's why she hit me up. She's like, hey, I'm going to Fayetteville on the 16th. Like, is there any shows that you have in Charleston on the 15th? And I was like, I can try. And I went out and I found a venue within an hour. And I was like, yep. And she's like, how the fuck do you do that? And I was like, I just need motivation, I guess.
So do you have mentors around here that you really just...
People around here do not like me.
But you've had, like, people that... Not even around here, but just...
Oh, yes. Jimmy Kimry has helped me a lot. R.J. Jurgensen, nationally touring comic. Dr. Anna, Big Ben Kennedy from Snackin' and Yakkin'.
Amazing podcast. If anybody hasn't listened to it, please do. They
out.
Are local, and they are amazing.
And Big Ben Kennedy was a nationally touring comic. He's opened up for Jim Gaffigan, Pauly Shore, Joe Rogan. Yeah. And just he has helped me out. I don't know the adjective. Bigly, Big Ben. Not a Donald Trump reference. But no, I love Big Ben. And he's actually, I performed on stage with him 3 or 4 times, and I booked him on the last show that I produced at Burns Alley.
So you do have people around here, though. So
yeah.
I mean, but also people don't like everybody sometimes.
Sorry that I bothered all of you with my friendship. I don't know, man. Like, if you don't want to be on my team, I'm going to continue to do what I set my goal as regardless. You can come with me or you cannot, but don't try to prevent me from doing it.
Is it competitive? Like, really competitive?
Well, not for me, because I'm actually funny.
There you go.
I
love it.
Not to break my arm jacking myself off, but that's it.
All right, what is your funniest story that you've ever gotten? Thank you, JJ, for taking care of us.
The funniest what? No?
I would love for JJ to say hi, JJ. JJ is our absolutely gorgeous bartender at Upstairs at the Ice House. Thank you for everything.
She's good.
She's amazing. We're going to do 2 green teas one more time before we stop.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank
Who do you
you.
align with more politically, Andrew Tate or Hitler? Nothing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Leave him alone. Don't worry about it.
The other fucking dame, dude.
Good thing about it, what we do also is you are going to see a lot of the people that work around here and then the patrons. This is why we do this in Charleston. This is why we do this at different dive bars, because I want to make sure that not only our comedians, but also our great bars are...
Shout out. Upstairs at the Ice House gave me this is my first time ever doing comedy, was at Upstairs at the Ice House. And then a year later, I made it in the City Paper. Shout out to Burns Alley. Yeah, those are my 2 big ones right now.
Yeah, thank you to Bruce Woody also for allowing us to do this today.
Yes.
I've been up here since I will say that on camera, I did not. But
nice.
this
Fuck you,
place is
sled.
family.
Fuck the police.
So do you have any other really good stories? That one last one that you're just like, oh, fuck, I remember that. That was really bad.
Really good story in terms of what? I need some...
I love a good heckler. Like, how do you get back at them?
A good heckler.
I think hecklers are dicks. because it's more like, if you thought you were that funny, then get the fuck up on stage.
So one of my best friends, shout out to Vinny, dude, one of my brothers, his thing is he'll heckle, but it's a quip, just like a one-liner. And he stopped doing it recently, but this is before me and him actually became like good friends. I met him kind of coming to my shows with other like friends of mine, and he said something in the crowd. I was like, wait, you want to get up here and try this? He's like, no, because you see how you look? I don't want to look like that. I know my place. And I was like, okay, all right. I respect it. Go. You think this is easy? He's like, no, that's why I'm not up there, dumbass. Like, that shit looks like it sucks.
There is
Thank you so much.
Thank you, JJ. And we also have to pay.
Oh, wait,
we
are we
pay
getting...
also, just saying.
Dude, I'm losing money on this.
But you gained fun.
Oh, no, dude. I'm very excited about this. And am I your first comedian since you've started back?
Yes, you are.
That is such a great honor. And
I can't thank you enough for coming on here with us.
When I first met her, Peter was like, hey, Jason, this is Cassie. And I was like, cool. I was sitting at the bar, I had no idea who she was. And she walks up and she's like, well, I run a podcast. And I was like, oh, and she goes, wait, I saw your name in the paper. And I was like, I did it, Peter. I made it.
I really did. That day, I was like, I'm going to reach out to him. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
So, like, don't let your dreams be dreams. I mean, like, you'll be able to accomplish them. It doesn't mean you'll be successful, but you will cross them off a list.
Well, Jason, I think that is an amazing way to wrap this up. How about we do one more shot?
Allie, if you gave me a shot, I would change your world.
Allie,
I didn't say for the better.
Sorry, I have a little bit of a drinking problem.
I haven't sobered up because I haven't hit rock bottom yet. This bitch has a basement. Every time you think you're there, just...
I love a good AA meeting, but that's for quitters.
Oh, yeah, dude. You ever drink so much you have to sit in a circle and talk about it for the rest of your life? That sounds like it sucks.
But that might also be a little bit of material. Just walk in and go, damn.
Well, dude, it's like anytime I've been to the psych ward or anything like that, I'm like, or jail, I'm like, I know you've heard this before, but I mean this wholeheartedly and sincerely. I don't belong here. I thought I might have been a little crazy. I'm just a little bit sad. That dude's crazy. Can I go home? I will never misbehave again. I got just... But no, anything you want from me to sign off, any tags.
No, tell us your socials, and then we're also going to put them on Spotify and on YouTube.
So YouTube, Jayson Rose Comedy. And all of this is Jason with a Y, Jayson. Jayson Rose Comedy. That is also TikTok, Jayson Rose Comedy. Instagram, Jayson Rose. That is Jason with a Y, Jayson Rose. Facebook, Jayson Lee Rose. You get to hear me say some shit into a microphone for as close to an hour as I can get. July 15th, Lo-Fi Brewing coming up, headlining Dr. Anna Lepley.
Do you find it exhausting having all those socials? Having to post content all day long?
Oh, I don't post content. I post clips. But other people shit on me posting clips. And they're like, you shouldn't do it all the time. I'm like, why not? That's like saying I shouldn't promote a show. Like, do I not want people to come to it? Like, what are you talking about? I've been having a ball online, dude. I don't care. Like... what are you going to do? Call my job? Like, fucking, yeah.
I think that's the moral of the story. Do what you got to do what you love. And Jason, thank you so much. I've had a blast. And
thank you for having me.
We could have gotten a little more sloppy, but we might do that later.
I'm actually on the verge of a blackout right now. Yeah, I started drinking way before you.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I can just hold my booze really well. I don't have a problem.
No, we just have a solution. Jason, thank you so much for
having
joining us today, and we will be back again. Thank you guys so much again. Upstairs at the Ice House, thank you to Peter, thank you to JJ, thank you to Andrew, amazing staff. Thank you to Woody for allowing us to be up here. We will see you guys at Tattooed Moose next.